People say you shouldn't go outside at 3 a.m. Not because it's dangerous in the usual way, but because something about that hour feels unfinished, like the night hasn't decided what it wants to be yet. This story comes from someone who didn't believe in rules like that. They thought fear was just imagination, and that nothing bad could happen in a quiet neighborhood at 3 a.m. They were wrong. It started with insomnia, one of those nights where sleep refuses to come, no matter how tired you are. At 2:58 a.m., they checked their phone. The room felt too warm, too quiet. They decided to step outside for some air, just for a minute. They remember thinking, nothing ever happens here. That thought didn't even finish forming before the clock turned 3 a.m. The front door opened without a sound. No creak, no resistance. Outside, the street looked normal. Houses, sidewalks, parked cars. But something felt off. No wind, no distant traffic, no insects. Even the street lights felt dimmer than usual, like they were trying not to be noticed. As they stepped onto the pavement, they felt an overwhelming sense of being exposed. Not watched, not followed, just noticed. They took a few steps forward. Their shoes sounded loud against the silence. Then they heard it. Footsteps. Behind them. Slow. Careful. Perfectly matching their pace. They stopped walking. The footsteps stopped too. They waited. 5 seconds, 10. Then they turned around. The street was empty. No one. Nothing. But the feeling stayed. As they turned back toward their house, they heard their name. Soft, almost polite. It came from behind them. They froze. The voice spoke again, clearer this time. It sounded exactly like them. Same tone, same rhythm, same breath between words. It said their name slowly, as if testing how it felt to say it. They didn't answer. They started walking faster. Not running. Running felt like admitting fear. The voice followed, always a few steps behind, never yelling, never rushing, just patient. Then it said something that made their stomach drop. It's cold out here. They hadn't said that out loud. They had only thought it. That's when they understood. Whatever was behind them was learning. They reached their front door. Hands shaking, they grabbed the handle. It didn't move. The voice was closer now, right behind them. Still calm, still familiar. It whispered, "You can let me in." They didn't turn around. They didn't speak. They closed their eyes and pulled the door with everything they had. This time, it opened. They slammed it shut and locked it. Inside, the house felt wrong. Too quiet. Too empty. They didn't sleep that night. They sat on the bed, staring at the door, waiting for something to happen. Nothing did. At sunrise, the world felt normal again. Birds, cars, life. They convinced themselves it was stress, imagination, until they opened the front door. There were footprints outside, only one set, standing directly in front of the door, facing inward. They moved away from the house, slowly, patiently, as if whatever made them had learned everything it needed. They never went outside at 3 a.m. again, and if you're listening to this late at night, you shouldn't either.